So I think that one of the biggest mistakes in our education system, and I know that this may sound contrary to popular belief, is that we label our students. We label our kids as either gifted, regular, advanced, and I think it's a big mistake simply because I've taught it all. And I realized something, you can categorize a student as much as you want to categorize them, but every single one of them has a specific talent. Every single one of them has a specific gift that God has given them. All students, all people are gifted in many different ways, and we need every single one of those gifts. My students, they give me apples all the time. You know, they tell you an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I really believe that. Like, I don't get sick. And it's because I usually eat an apple every single day. And they're not poisonous, so that makes it even better. Out of those 24 gifts that you just listed, I would definitely say teaching. Any opportunity that I have to teach a younger person anything, I go for it. The dream, the original plan was to become a doctor. You see, I always loved kids and I wanted to be an obstetrician. I wanted to be the one to just grab that child coming out of his mom's womb, you know, nice and bloody. And then I realized somewhere like in 8th or 9th grade that blood and I didn't work really well. And I kept asking God, you know, guide me. I wanna know, like, what's my purpose? There has to be something that I'm good at. And I remember being in 10th grade, my math teacher, Mr. Boulay, my geometry teacher, he'd always be like, Miss Matos, teach these students how to do find the 180 degrees of the circle. And I'd always go around and teach them the same concept that he taught, but I guess nobody understood, and I just would reteach it. And I thought it was so good, and I thought to myself, we need good teachers. We need teachers who love God in the classroom. That's what we need, and that's when I knew that I had to teach. This gift that God has given me to teach, and just, I guess, to listen to young people, there is nothing like having a conversation with a young person and seeing them like, I understand that. That makes sense. Or having them come back to me years after, telling me, thank you so much for the lessons that you taught me. Last year, I had a young man reach out to me. He was a student of mine, my first year of teaching 11 years ago. And he wrote me a long paragraph, and I was like, what is this? And when I looked at it and I read it, he literally told me, Miss Matos, thank you for introducing me to Christ. And he's like, I found Christ and I wanted you to know because you were the first person who gave me a Bible. And I was like, oh my goodness, like that, how does that happen that he remembered me and that he would remember that I told him anything about believing in God and how important it was for his life? You know, apart from teaching my students, if I get an opportunity to talk to them and they open up to me, I'm gonna share the gospel. I'm gonna tell them about God. Maybe not as explicitly as some people may do it, but I always end up at that point, or I at least tell them I'm praying for you and I'm gonna pray that everything's gonna be okay. And they come back and they ask me to pray for them, even when they don't believe in God. It's very interesting. Hi, I'm Gabby, and this summer, I want you to speak louder.